A light. Oh no, she didn't. Oh, she going live from her phone. Oh no, she didn't. Yes, I did. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, she was. Yes, she is. She's going live. Greater light. I'm going live from my phone. Huh? Cause I just got crawled up in this bed, y'all. Told y'all I needed to try to get me some rest since I didn't sleep. But it just seemed like I'm not gonna doze. I'm not gonna doze. I'm gonna start off again with testimony service that I was saying earlier, but I didn't say it in enough detail. And this time I'm hoping that the beings that pretending that they not watching me, that are watching me, watch me. You watch this right here and listen to this right here and take it to your greedy grandpappy down in the mist, also connected to the big oak out there, sending the messages that you feel some type of way. Huh? You feel some type of way. You feel some type of way, and y'all threats, no matter how subtle and inconspicuous you try to do it, it's not gonna work. Because I'm gonna always be a step ahead. I'm gonna make sure I always, just like Trump said, come out, make sure you speak what you see. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna try to call you crazy and say you crazy. But if you speaking it in advance and showing in advance what's going on and how it don't make no sense, there's no way they can call you crazy. So I should told y'all about the incident with the bath water. Well, today again, like I said this morning, I went ahead and took and addressed it. I finally addressed it. After 30 days, I addressed it when that water bill came sky high, with the bill being more than my rent. And when I addressed it, it was told, well, we only gonna pay this much an amount. It don't matter, even if you this not your fault. It don't matter that you only use $40 a month on water. And I accepted it in loving kind and way. I said, you know what? Because God is still always seeing to my needs, but because there are certain things that when you're dealing with man, you handle man just as man, render unto Caesar's which is Caesar's, right? So me addressing it in that form, but still having a form of godliness, thereof, and love and light thereof, that didn't set well with the slave owners. It couldn't have set well. Because out of total disrespect, listen, if the water issue was fixed, and even after I said, you know what, I'm just going to come on out my pockets and pay that part right there, and whatever else gets credited with the assistance that was supposed to come to me, then that's fine. I'm going to accept it like that. I'm not going to complain. I won't complain. Well, guess what? So I guess they feel like and see, not only are we able to do that to you, if the water had spilled $10,000 worth of water and we tell you we ain't gonna pay it and we only gonna pay a portion, even though it was our pipes that burst, even though they was old pipes that ain't got nothing to do with you. We said in the covenant it's baby or the bath water. You understand that this is a spiritual battle. So now you accept what the spiritual battle entails. Huh? And if you gonna come out here and be real about it all the way. So okay. Now we own this plantation. The same beings that didn't want me having Bible study and reading from the Bible and praising the Lord and singing out there, that same courthouse by the big oak, is the same ones that's controlling and allow me so much leeway here on this side of town. So when the baby or the bathwater threat happened and I handled it in the way according to the will of God, I didn't call nobody cussing nobody out. I didn't call doing like maybe some other people would have did. They say, okay, she handled it like that. Well, guess what? We got a storm a coming. She's talking about a storm pulling up our big oak. We got news for her. Where in anybody living that's paying rent anywhere no matter where your property is. Do the landlord say we can pull up and pull a bulldozer in your yard and we're not going to knock and give you the respect and say, hey, we putting this bulldozer right here. We know you home. You always home. We always hear you in there praising God. We're not going to let you know this bulldozer. We putting this bulldozer. We don't have the respect for you on that you paying the rent. Just like we told you. If pipe had burst, even though we told you that the city was responsible, it was our fault, and you gonna have to pay whatever we leave you with to pay. We are the same beings that we could come and put a bulldozer, and we're not gonna knock and say to you, look, this bulldozer, what's the plan with the bulldozer? So let's get a step ahead of the game. So I already done prayed to God because there was supposed to be a storm that hit this area tomorrow. I said, God, you know what? Don't let no storm hit the area, because that right there looks suspicious to me. Because I know that the landlord said, or the lady who helps the landlord said, that the pipes was fixed. So they definitely ain't got that bulldozer back there to fix the pipes that burst. And then this big old trailer parked right at my back door. You know, the pulleys right at my back door. And I'm telling you, this property, if anything, the place where the big light electric company truck pulled on the other side, in between me and the other day, that would have been a better place to put a bulldozer without having to ask my permission, because it's in their yard and mine. I don't think the bulldozer is going to benefit or do anything for me. Suppose I wanted to have a barbecue tomorrow, huh? To me, that just, like I said, when I said earlier on the phone, I said, well, I don't think that's fair. What is fair? Life ain't fair. But to me, that just don't seem right and appropriate. I even let my windows open and waved and all, just to like, can y'all like let me know why this bulldozer right here? Oh, I think what the attempt of the city is, and if I go by the movie Annabellum, huh? If I go by the movie Annabellum, it might be some form of, yeah, when a storm come, we'll just have take that bulldozer and knock a tree right into your butt, get you out of here some kind of way, since ain't nothing working. Huh? Whatever the plans is, if the plans is negative for that bulldozer that's right there, no decency or respect to ask, to knock, to say, suppose I wanted to just go sit out at my back door and I'm sitting there with this trailer with no reason for it to be there. Suppose I had family members coming in and they needed that area for parking. Like, no sort of respect. Because what? Because I said what I had to say earlier today? Because I handled it so poised, serene, and balanced that it just didn't seem right? Is it because I said something about the storm coming and ain't not a purple light could protect this city with all the millions that they done put in and invested into the city? Because when God comes, he coming and stepping on every impure, unclean, unholy ground. Everybody is going to have to be judged according to. What is the point? What is the point of that bulldozer? I'll say, and I made a video to send it to my family. So let me see. That means what's going to happen is tomorrow y'all going to come and y'all going to work and show what it is that y'all doing with the bulldozer in my yard. Or your attempt is to wait till there's a good storm to come, which that storm probably won't get here until Elon Musk's birthday, 666, which is on Monday. Because there ain't going to be no storm tomorrow if that's what you was planning. I already asked God to move whatever storm was supposed to come through, because that right there, like I said, don't seem right. There's been plenty of accounts where people said, yeah, it was a storm, but it sounded like I heard bulldozers knocking down my neighbor's, what you call it. There's been accounts where some people knew a storm was coming and purposely knocked their own stuff down just so they could get the FEMA money. Well, I can look at it plenty different ways. Maybe they gonna knock down all the property over here since right now there's a bid for Starbucks and all the other places to come into the area right around the corner. I'm just saying there's something ain't right about that bulldozer out there. Nobody came in and coming and knocking and asking or saying to me, you're like, hey, you know, look, that's what happens when you're a renter, huh? Renter, huh? Chief Engine du Chevoir, greater light. Great light to you. So, like I said, that was part of testimony service coming on and just talking about it outright. So if a tree get bulldozed into this house during a storm, my family can say, hey, look, y'all need to investigate that. I don't know. I could come up with any kind of conclusion or theory or ideology. I could come up with anything. For the fact is, the decency and respect wasn't granted to them for them to come and knock and say, hey, we're going to put this big old bulldozer right here at your door and this big old long trailer right next to these two trees that'll fall right into your window perfectly during the storm since you won't shut up. While riding through the storm, Jesus hold me in his arms. What are y'all gonna do? What's the plan? Because it's nothing man-made that y'all could do to take me out. Nothing man-made. Come again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look, we have to change the plan. She knew what we was gonna do with that bulldozer, and she done let the whole world know. Yep, it took a video and recorded the video. I'm not gonna put that one online. I'm sending that to my family members just to let them see. If they had planned on coming in town and didn't have a place to park, they would know that there's a bulldozer and let me see. It might be about a 20-foot pulley trailer right at my doorstep, directly in front of my back doorstep. And again, all this just occurred because I finally called in and addressed this baby or the bath water bill they sent me. Huh? Now, since it's gone down like that, and I cut things off earlier, not to read, because I was sleepy, was gonna come and relax. They messed with my whole relaxation. I let them mess with my whole relaxation. And I was just a friendly waving out the window. Hey, what's going on with that bulldozer there? Acting like they don't see me, acting like they picking up sticks. This bulldozer got to sit here until the storm come. When the storm come, the best we can do is get one of these trees to knock down right into the house so she could get on up out of antebellum. She said something bad about our death oak out there. Yeah, Chief Agent Dushawa. I live in the heartland of the antebellum. In the same oak out there, they claim that oak plenty hung from the oak out there, the big oak. This used to be the first stop. This was like the Atlanta port. This has been a place of many of the firsts. The movie Antebellum was about right here where I'm at. Huh? Buffalo Soldier literally was born right here. The head honcho in charge of the Department of Defense. This is hometown right here. All the big general soldiers and stuff that used to come when they want to plan how they gonna do their plans on the plantations and how they gonna run the slaves happened right here. Right here. This was the heart. This was the meeting point. This was like the capital. I'm just saying. This is the heart of the antebellum. The first American Baptist church of Georgia was right here in this heart, this heart right here. Huh? So when they did the movie of the antebellum, that movie they could have been talking futuristic Rama with, what's her name? What's the singer who played the role? The actress. It could have some way, somehow been in a dimensional form of what I was going to be experiencing. I'm just saying. Put that bulldoze out there like that, and then I'm not supposed to say nothing because I wasn't supposed to say nothing about that. I was supposed to be grateful and just accept that whatever spilled, whatever pipe burst, even though it ain't my responsibility, it don't matter, especially if there's another person who received HUD who ain't complaining. She said she received HUD, she ain't complaining. As a matter of fact, she made some arrangements with the city. That ain't fair. Why would she have to make some arrangements to pay something that she's not responsible for? And then who am I going to run to? I'm going to run to any of the attorneys in town that sit at the big head honcho offices. Who am I going to run to? Am I going to run to any of the black coalitions that wouldn't help me out there when I was homeless? Huh? They was the ones that told me, say, well, I said, I don't have a place to stay. I don't have this and I don't have that. I'm a pilgrim and a stranger traveling through this barren land. And all I have is a home beyond the city. But will you help me? Will you give a helping hand? They said, hell nah. The only thing we can do is pray for you. And I'm telling you, they told me just like that. So who am I going to go and complain that they left me with a bill? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just come out my pocket. And I don't think that set well that I handled it just like that. Huh? I guess they feel that those who represent the love and light of Christ ain't supposed to say. Christ at every turn had something to say when the government did something they ain't got no business. Should I go and refer to every time he say, whoa, whoa, whoa? Jesus say, woe unto you, you hypocrites. Jesus was going, and no, Paul didn't write it, John didn't write it, Mark didn't write it. None of those disciples that turned their back on Jesus wrote it. When Jesus started going in, Jesus said, whoa, woe unto you, you hypocrites. You hypocrites, you hypocrites, you hypocrites. Make me not want to read no Ezekiel right now. Make me want to go to just Jesus talking straight to the hypocrites. All right, let me see. And my instructions is to read Ezekiel. And instead of me going to try to break down any research, I'm just going to read to relax my mind and see if it's going to go ahead and let me get ready to take me at least a nap. Because it look like I ain't going to get no sleep. God will gather Israel, where I left off earlier. And I'm pretty sure I left off at 13. While I was still speaking and telling them this, Pelatiah, son of Benaiah, suddenly died. Then I fell to the ground on my face and cried out, "Oh Lord God, are you going to kill everyone in all of Israel?" Again, a message came from the Lord. Son of dust, the remnant left in Jerusalem are saying about your brother exiles, it is because they are so wicked that the Lord has deported them. Now, Lord has given us their land. But Tell the exiles that the Lord God says, although I have scattered you in the countries of the world, yet I will be a sanctuary to you for the time that you are there. This is the sanctuary, whether they want me here or not. That's why I say ain't nothing man-made that y'all gonna do with any type of bulldoze or any type of nothing. It will always backfire because God ordered my steps that antebellum is my sanctuary. Huh? Yet I will be a sanctuary to you for the time that you are there. And I will gather you back from the nations where you are scattered and give you the land of Israel again. And when you return, you will remove every trace of all this idol worship. That big oak out there is idol worship. Right now, if I go and I take a knife just to carve my name, y'all know, remember back in the day when we could go and carve our name in a tree, and feel free to do it. Just carve a little carving saying a love sign, I was here, just some type of little carving to say I was here. If I was to go right now, they would go arrest me and put me under the jail. If I was to go and put draw a little love heart at that big oak out there. That's idol worshiping. Uh, somebody would get arrested if they had to go and use the bathroom and went and peed right there at that big oak. Remember when it's just natural, you could just go by a tree and pee, and it'd be no problem. Not that big oak out there. That big oak. And I think that big oak is just a symbology of the big oak that's at the heart at the American Baptist Church out there across from the old courthouse. I believe the one that they really was doing the hanging was right there at the church. But who am I? If they want to believe in hanging and slavery and plantations, where I live in that little issue of water, not issue of blood, issue of water that they talking about baby in the bath water, for me to say something to them about the baby in the bath water. The owners, they literally, their websites say they are the owners of the best plantations in the world. They still consider this a plantation. And the United States government has put so much money into protecting this heart of the antebellum that even on the maps of destruction with artificial intelligence, where artificial intelligence show, oh, the town across is going to be flooded out. This town here, a bridge is going to, this right here is protected by 4 corners of purple light. I ain't making it up. But when I felt some type of way and said something about that big oak, I guess they said, oh, who you talking to? Huh? Who you think you talking to? You threatening our big oak out there? If I had an emergency and had the boo-boo and no place to hide but by that big oak, it would be a federal crime. They would arrest me. Any other tree but the big oak, on the best plantation in the United States. Let me keep reading. And I will gather you back from the nations where you were scattered and give you the land of Israel. And when you return, you will remove every trace of all idol worship. I will give you one heart and a new spirit. I will take, so just in case anybody, it's a bunch of places where the whole town got devastated. And some of those, like I said, I believe a bulldozer just came in and just took some people out. Y'all make sure come look for me up under the rubble. You send a message, say, look for her up under the rubble because they can't kill her. When it's time for me to go, I'm going naturally. That's God's promise too. Ain't nothing man-made they could do, but I might get stuck up under some rubble, okay? Barney Rubble. And you will remove every trace of all this idol worship. I will give you one heart and a new spirit. I will take from you your hearts of stone and give you tender hearts of love for God, so that you can obey my laws and be my people, and I will be your God. But as for those now in Jerusalem who long for idols, I will repay them fully for their sins, the Lord God says. Fully, fully. Not just truly, truly. Jesus say, every time Jesus say something, he say truly, truly. Verily, verily. Let's double it up. Two times, twin times, two times. Truly, truly. Well, God said fully, fully. I will fully, fully repay you. Not half full. Not the cups half full. He said, I will fully repay you. Then the guardian angels lifted their wings and rose into the air with their wheels beside them, and the glory of God of Israel stood above them. Then the glory of the Lord rose from over the city and stood above the mountain on the east side. Moving on up to the east side. Afterwards, the Spirit of God carried me back again to Babylon, to the Jews and the exiles there. And so ended the vision of my visit to Jerusalem. And I told the exiles everything the Lord has shown me. So he took a virtual reality trip to Jerusalem. He left from over here, from Judah, and went on over to Jerusalem and saw all the signs. Here we go. Again, the message came to me from the Lord. Son of dust, he said, you live among rebels. The rebellion of the South, the Confederate rebels. Watch your mouth. You don't ask them to pay something they responsible for. They will put bulldozers in your yard without permission. They will let you know. You keep it up, huh? We will bulldoze a tree in your house during the storm. You better be quiet. All this property we got, we could have placed this bulldozer anywhere, this trailer anywhere. We came and we put it in your yard without your permission. So who you think you talking to, Grandma? Huh? Son of dust, he said, you live among rebels who could know the truth if they wanted to, but they don't want to know the truth. They want you to be quiet. They accepted you out there singing, as long as you was on the outskirts. Soon as you came into town, that lady at the toy store shut the door. She said, you is singing Jesus too loud. Isn't that what you called me over here for? Don't think I forget. Victorian Christmas in between a toy store and a magician. Son of dust, he said, you live among rebels who could know the truth if they wanted to, but they don't want to. They could hear me if they would listen, but they won't, for they are rebels. So now, put on a demonstration. See, people don't like when people like me demonstrate. No hesitation. They taught us to say no hesitation, no demonstrations. Remember? They tried to embed that in us as children. When God said, I need you to demonstrate, they had us learning no hesitation, no demonstrations. Subject, name of. We had to do a subject and a name. You remember that game, Introduction, while watching your sister then play that game? I'm not saying you played it, but I'm saying, do you remember that? Keep that rhythm, jolly, jolly rhythm, radio. Let's go. Started with 0. No, that isn't how it goes. Keep that rhythm, jolly, jolly rhythm, radio. No, wait. That ain't the game. What's the one that does subject? Wait. No hesitation, no demonstrations. Subject, name of, dog, now. Well, that was the point. The subject, demonstration, no hesitation, no demonstration, subject. I should call my, oh, y'all on the phone. I was going to call my sister. What game was that? How did it start off? It wasn't Keep That Rhythm, Jolly Jolly Rhythm Radio. Let's go starting with zero. That, unless it's the same one and I'm cutting it short. Either way, they didn't like us. They didn't want us doing no demonstration. Don't you demonstrate what you, shut your mouth. But God, but God, he said, look, you could demonstrate. God said, so now put on a demonstration to show them what being exiled be like, will be like. I walked the street for 5 months. I can tell you firsthand what it's like being exiled. I put on a demonstration. Uh, Pack whatever you can carry on your back and leave your home. Go somewhere else. This is for those who are currently exiled and think it's a challenge and know that you will come out victor because you're doing the will of God, huh? Go in the daylight so they can see, for perhaps your even yet they will consider what this means. Even though they are such rebels, bring your baggage outside your house during the daylight so they can watch. Then leave the house at night, just as captives do when they begin their long march to distant lands. Dig a tunnel. Go. They got they. You don't have to dig no tunnels. There's plenty tunnels out here underground in the heart of the antebellum, huh? But you ain't gonna be able to hide in y'all tunnels and y'all fortresses and all that y'all got. They already, when I first went to the house where they got the Israeli wear fit like Juju Solomon worshiping flag, and I forget that part, skip that part. When I went there, they let me know, say yes, that the bunker here, they would let me know if I stay connected to them when the time comes, I could possibly be safe in a bunker. See, they got a bunker here for those of the military and those of like us. I was like, really? But when Jesus come, it ain't gonna be nowhere for you to hide. Huh? That's all I said in my mind. See, then I did a lot of talking in my mind. I didn't say the stuff out loud because I was on hell's ground. Anyways, look, go in the daylight so they can see, for perhaps even yet they will consider what this means, even though they are such rebels. Bring your baggage outside your house during the daylight so they can watch. Then leave the house at night, just as captives do when they begin their long march to distant lands. Dig a tunnel through the city wall while they are observing and carry your possessions out through the hole. As they watch, lift your pack to your shoulders and walk away into the night. Muffle your face and don't gaze around. All this is a sign of the people of Israel, of the evil that will come upon Jerusalem. I had that feeling in me a few days ago. And I called my daughter, I'm not exaggerating, King. I was calling you King Engine Dushawa. Chief Engine Dushawa, I had that feeling. And I called my daughter and I told her, I said it. I said, at the end, nothing will stop me even if I walk out of here. But when I walk, not no one will know where I'm going. Because all this man-made stuff, even all my old records from 88 and all this stuff don't even have not one significant meaning to me anymore. but to continue doing what God has ordered in my spirit to do. So just as when they threaten the internet and threaten me with this and that, everything that they come with, nothing man-made can stop me from following and continue to keep my steps ordered the way they have been ordered before the foundations of this plane, before the foundations of this earth, before the foundations of my mother's womb. Like I called my mother this morning, my mother, sister, elder, teacher. So I did as I was told. I bought my pack outside in the daylight. All I could take into exile. And that evening I dug her through the wall with my hands. I went out into the darkness with my pack on my shoulder while people looked on. The next morning this message came to me from the Lord. Son of dust, these rebels, the people of Israel, have asked what all this means. Tell them the Lord God said it is a message to King Zedekiah of Jerusalem and to all the people of Israel. Explain that what you did is a demonstration of what is going to happen to them, for they will be driven out of their homes and sent away into exile. Even King Zedekiah shall go out at night through the hole in the wall. Oh, hole in the wall. Oh, so all the time they was singing hole in the wall, and people thought it was about clubbing and drinking and going to a little party shack, and grinding on walls and sneaking husbands cheating on their wives. They wasn't talking about that type of hole in the wall. And they misinterpreted that, huh? Even King Zedekiah shall go out in the night through a hole in the wall, taking only what he can carry with him with a muffled face, and he won't be able to see. I will capture him in my net and bring him to Babylon, the land of the Chaldeans, but he will not see it, and he shall die there. I will scatter his servants and guards to the four winds and send a sword after them. And when I scatter them among the nations, then they shall know that I am the Lord. But I will spare a few of them from death by war and famine and disease. I will save them to confess to the nations how wicked they have been, and they shall know that I am the Lord. That's the parts I like right there. You got to leave some witnesses. Somebody has to be a testimony to what is happening in real time. Then this message came to me from the Lord. Son of dust, tremble as you eat your meals. Ration your water as though it were your last, and say to the people, the Lord God says that the people of Israel and Jerusalem shall ration their food with uttermost care. Ration, because what Joe Biden and all of them have for you is what they following through with. They got the water, they messing up the water, they messing up the chicken, they messing up the plants. They put whatever they can do to the food, they doing it, doing all these total recalls. And they gonna have the water, a loaf of bread gonna cost $20 by the time they finish. By the time they done signed over and that last straw, right, I don't know what, before the votes, after the votes, right at the votes. When they make the wrong choice, this way after whatever storm ravaging gonna go on, when they put the choice for you to make the right choice on your senses, when they say, check your phone, everybody's phone is going to reset. And we're going to do a live census. Everyone have your senses in within 48 hours. And when you're checking your senses, please make sure, sachatapata. And when you get to the part where it says, are you born again or not? I can't wait to see that come through the phone. I mean, some parts of me be like, I ain't gonna be here. But I don't know. I don't know. But I know when that am I still coming through for those who are here with me, the couple that are here with me? Can anyone see? Because sure enough, right now I just got an interruption, so that usually means that my live discontinues. Dang. I might have to stop and come back. I might have to stop and come back. I really don't want to stop this live. I'm enjoying it. I really am. But since I can't get a response that's letting me know that you can hear me, I might have to start over like I said, because that's usually what happens on this phone. If I get a call, it stops my live, my voice. So greater light, I'll come back later. Greater light. Yep. Yeah, it stopped the live.